What can you tell us about these White House officials going into self-isolation?
Yeah, Alicia, this all broke late last night with news that Dr. Anthony Fauci is the most high-profile coronavirus task force member to say he's going to be going into a modified quarantine. And what does that mean? He's going to be trying to self-isolate as much as possible for the next 2 weeks, and that comes after coming into contact with somebody who tested positive for coronavirus at the White House this week. We know a total of 2 staffers have tested positive. So out of an abundance of caution, Dr. Fauci, along with CDC Director Dr. Redfield and FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn, have decided to go to the ultimate length in terms of medical safety and work remotely. But what's critical is that this coming week, they are also scheduled to be on Capitol Hill. And in a first, in terms of this coronavirus pandemic, they're going to be appearing before the Senate Health Committee via teleconference, which is significant for a number of reasons. You remember last week, the White House had said they didn't want Dr. Fauci to appear before a House panel, but they had okayed him coming to talk to the Senate. Well, now that's going to happen in a much different capacity given the news here. But they did put in some new protocols and procedures here at White House, which we saw for the first time yesterday, which is that some Secret Service agents are now wearing face coverings when they're near to the president and the vice president. And we've also learned that they are doing contact tracing. So some of the White House officials who may have come into contact with the 2 people who tested positive are given the option to work from home in the coming week, but many of them are actually still coming in. And so what now remains to be seen is how many other of the coronavirus task force members who may have been in these same meetings with the top 3 doctors are also taking the additional step to work from home. We've reached out to a number of them, and we've heard back from several who said they're consulting their physicians before making that important decision, Alicia.
All right, Monica, thanks so much for sticking with us. Let's head over to Josh Letterman. He has also been following the updates in this story about what Dr. Fauci will testify to. Monica just told us about the nature of this testimony that is going to be done via remote given the new circumstances. Can you tell us, Josh, a little bit about the substance of that testimony, what Democrats are going to be asking about?
Well, it's pretty fair to say, Alicia, that this hearing is going to be unprecedented, both because of the scope of what they're going to be discussing in the middle of this ongoing crisis, but also, as you and Monica were just discussing, the fact that not only will many of the senators be participating remotely via video conference, but all 4 of the witnesses, not because they're testifying from a war zone or someone far off, but because of these concerns that at least 3 of them might have been exposed to a White House official who tested positive. A reminder that even as these officials are testifying about the federal government's response and whether it's safe to start to reopen the country in various places, there's this reminder that even the immediate part of this doesn't seem to be fully under control, with the White House apparently a spot where several officials have tested positive and concerns about these other officials as well.
All right, Monica and Josh, thank you both so much for sticking with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great